Welcome to Kusum.net. This is ASP.NET MVC tutorial and you are watching part 86 validation summary in MVC. Before watching this video, please watch my part 82, 83, 84 and 85. In part 85, I was explained about enable client-side validation. So to know more about this video, you have to see these previous parts of this series. So displaying all validation errors at one place using validation summary HTML helper. Let's see. Okay. So let's click to the Visual Studio and wanna check how to do it. So first I will create one controller. Right click this controller, add controller, give it the name site user. And I want to achieve the validation for this site user table. Okay. And my controller name is also site user. Okay, to post the data we require one another method, a post method. Okay, so copy this and use the http post. Okay, and paste it and write the different name, submit. Okay, to submit the data or save the data. So let's escape this, and I have created here one model. Inside of this model folder, this is site user model name, and I have added some property of this table like username, email ID and age. Okay, this username, email ID and age, and I have given this validation attributes here using this namespace system.componentModel.data annotations. So required field attribute for all the properties, and for each property I have using required and range property between 18 to 100. If less than 100, then it will give us error. More than 100, then it will give us error. Okay. Now the validation summary will collect all the errors at one place and display on the page. Okay. For that we will go this to this controller. Okay, and to save the data before it, first we have to create the form. So right click it and add view. Okay, index, use layout page, add. Okay, now this is my index view page and I will create here the form, and for that I need the model. So @model, application name is web application 4 dot, the model is inside of this models folder, dot name of the model site user. Okay, and we'll change the title kusum.net. Here we'll create the form. So let's use using html.begin form, and inside of that I will call the submit method. The name of the submit method is this submit. So copy this and paste it here, and this method is situated inside of the name of the controller site user. So site user. Okay, and use the form method dot post, form method dot post, because we want to post the data. Okay, so let's this one, and we will create strongly binding text boxes. So at the rate, first we have to display the validation summary messages. So let's include html dot validation summary. This validation summary. Okay, validation summary. And let's give the break. use the text box @html dot text box 4 text box 4, and inside of that we will pass this lambda expression for model m dot username. So let's add username. Okay, and give the break point, use this same for email id. Let's add email id. Okay, and age. Okay, and we will add one button to submit the data. So input type equal to submit and value equal to submit. Okay, and class equal to primary btn primary. Okay, now this validation summary will collect all the error messages and save the data. And to save the data we require the model. So what is model name? This one, site user. Site user. To use that model we require namespace here. So using name of the application, web application 4 dot models. Okay, and here site user model name, suppose it is model, and if model state is available, so model state dot is valid. If it is valid, then means all the property if get, then return view it. So return view model, and here return view index, means go to the proper page again, right? So this will work. Now we will give the breakpoint for it, this one. Okay, right, and let's check it, run the program and check it. So you can see here this our index page, and let's use the username, suppose Chetan, and email address this one, and age suppose 101. This 101 will create error because we have added it invalid. Suppose if I don't add this email id, this name. Okay, so require fields error validation for these two boxes, and age is not proper between 18 to 100, so three errors displayed here. Okay, so let's click on this and check. The data comes here in the model, and this email id and username are null, and age is 101. Let's go to this index page. Okay, press F10 to check all the data. Okay, you can see here the validation summary message comes here. For all these three text boxes, username, please enter your username, please enter your email ID, and please enter age between 18 to 100. If I add the proper age, suppose 78, then one error will be, I will press F5. Okay, one error will be removed. If I add email ID, then the second error will be removed. Right, press F5. You can see here. Now if I add name Sanjay, then now no error. Okay, now Sanjay, right, let's click on it and see, we get the data. Yes, Sanjay get, and do this here, model get false or not. Okay, for username there is some problem. Enter your username. I have added username. Let's do this again and check it what happened. This site user have the username field, okay, and have required attribute, and index page have this username. Okay, this all things are okay. Let's check again, build the solution. Okay, let's run the program, and site user index page will run. Okay, let's now add the name Dinesh and submit the data. Then only these two, email ID and age is not okay. So the validation of name properties okay. So you can set like this the validation summary messages using this validation summary attribute of HTML helper class. So this is my end of video session here. If you like this video, please subscribe it, like it, and share it. Thank you. Have a great day.